Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics important to you, the sports fan in Florida. We are Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. I am Bianchi, Mike Bianchi, sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. He is Kravitz, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media. The prodigy of production, primetime Jaden Grimes is the man making us sound real good today. We're coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeartRadio app. We want to hear from you, our beloved listeners. Many ways you can communicate with us. We prefer you enter the Rage Cage. That is the iHeartRadio talk back line, that little microphone at the bottom of the screen on the app. Press that, record a hot take. You can send it right into the studio, and primetime Jaden Grimes will play the best of those later in the show. You can also hit us up on the Mills Air text line, 50857. Kravitz, what do you want to talk about today?
Well, we still have some John Sumrall news to break down from yesterday's introduction. We heard all about Sadie and his 17 kids. We'll hear more detail about what he plans to do with the Florida Gators program. We'll talk about this magic dub from last night. I want to talk about how crystal clear you look on the stream right now. I don't know if you've done anything differently, but you've never looked better than you look. Whatever you're doing right now, lighting wise, don't change it. You look fantastic.
Well, the light will change later because I have a window right over here, you see. And when the sun shifts, some reason I start getting dark and grainy. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how to remedy that.
All right. Well, we'll holler. I'll call the sun and see if we can get him to park it for a moment.
All right, we've got a talk back text question we'll reveal later in the show, but right now, let's get to some highlights and some headlines. Prodigy, you know what to do. Oh, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Oh, come on, Krabs.
Hey! That's how you do it.
Oh, unbelievable. The Orlando Magic drive of the night, by the way, brought to you by Don Mealy Chevrolet. The drive of the night, the drive of the week, Desmond Bain, the Desmond Bain trade, the drive of the year. How about that? It is paying off big time.
Uh-oh. Bianchi's. I was just complimenting how good his stream looked, and now he's gone silent. I don't know what you've done, Mike, but yeah, go ahead. See, test it out. Start talking. No, he's just staring into the abyss. But I'm with him. I actually just put something up on our Instagram page at Game On Sports Talk, at 96.9 The Game, at FSR Jacks. You can go check it out. All right there, but this Desmond Bain deal that a lot of people looked at and said, okay, well, I don't like Desmond Bain, but it does feel kind of expensive for unprotected first-round picks. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, say what you will about the guy, a defensive stopper in the backcourt. It has already paid off. You're not going to miss the picks, okay? If the Magic are as good as they are now for the next several years, and age-wise, if you look at how this team is tracking as far as their growth and the age range of the window in which they should be competitive, they're going to be good for several years, at least to the point where they're not picking at the top of the lottery. You've even seen now the Magic could lose their best player, Paolo Banchero, and still crank out wins because of how deep and dynamic this team is. You're not going to miss the picks. Desmond Bain's addition to this team was exactly what they needed in order to hit the next level. I am so curious to see what it looks like when Paolo Banchero gets reinserted into the lineup. But for right now, it's honestly helping. that Desmond Bane has to shoulder the load to be the Robin in this offense. Franz is clearly the Batman, and I think when Desmond Bane came in, he's playing the Alfred role. He's the third fiddle and also a new member of the team, so he doesn't want to overstep, and he wants to make sure that his guys are getting theirs. But him stepping up and being the number 2 on offense has helped tremendously. He's exploding, 37 points in back-to-back games. Bulldog, you look confident like you fixed something.
Kravitz. Desmond Bane, you might need to enter him in your little debate. Who's the best player on the Magic? You might need to enter Desmond Bane into that debate, okay?
He keeps doing this. We can have that conversation. It's just 2 games, but the last Magic player to score 37 or more in back-to-back games was Tracy McGrady in 2004. Yeah. That's how impressive what he's done. It's awesome. And what he's doing, too, is not relying on the 3 ball. We all thought that he was just going to come in and fix all the 3-point woes. This guy attacks the basket. He's got that little scoop shot around the rim. Love watching him play.
He's an enforcer, too, Krabs.
And he brings the attitude. We have Anthony Parker, the Magic general manager, on later in the show. I am just going to let him victory lap on our program for how good that trade was. 4 unprotected first-round picks. Like I said while you were fiddling with your microphone, Mike, you won't miss them. I promise you.
Wow. Speaking of impressive, Drake May and the New England Patriots. May completed 24 of 31 passes, 282 yards last night, threw 2 touchdowns, led the Patriots to a 33-15 victory over the Giants last night. By the way, Marcus Jones also had this incredible punt return.
Inverness fields the snap, left foot's the punt, left to right toward Marcus Jones. He's under between the hash marks at the 6. He runs it left to the 15, to the 20, accelerates 30, 35, 40, beating Gibbon off the hit along the near side 40, to the 30. Marcus Jones going to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown, Patriots!
Look at this place! You tell me they're not ready for playoff football? Gillette Stadium is back.
They're back. I didn't realize they were gone that long. They basically took a nap. What are you talking about? They're back. Get out of here.
94 yards on the punt return, the 10th straight victory for the Patriots. They're the only team in the league with 11 wins now. Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. Drake May, MVP. Lock it up, Kravitz, as you would say. Lock it up.
The way the locks are going this year, that means the Patriots definitely are not going to the Super Bowl. I had a daydream though. I was driving around sunny Orlando, Florida, and it occurred to me that in this year of extreme parity in the NFL, we are destined for another Rams-Patriots Super Bowl. That we're after all what looks like we're going to switch things up. This is a different year. We're going to see something new. It's going to be it could be the Jags and the Panthers. Or what if those teams were to make it to the Super Bowl, or the Lions and the Buffalo Bills? No, we're going to get the same old tired Super Bowl that we've gotten 2 times already in my life. With the Rams and the Patriots.
This is an entirely different Patriots. This isn't the Patriots.
It's still the Patriots.
It is still the Patriots, but it's the not new improved Patriots, but the new Patriots. The reborn Patriots. Unbelievable.
I had an awakening. By the way, Drake May, for as good as he is, and he's very good, and I wish he was a Miami Dolphin, he has yet to throw for 300 yards this season. He hasn't really been spectacular. He's been sharp. He's been extremely sharp. And I think if he ends up winning the MVP and this doesn't change, he'd be the first quarterback to ever win the MVP award without throwing for 300 yards in a single game.
You want to see spectacular? Go look at his completion percentage, okay? That's spectacular.
That's sharp. That's not spectacular is yards and touchdowns and all those. completion percentage is just really solid. I'm not discounting him. I think he's awesome. And ultimately, he's winning games. That's the most important stat of all. But usually, if you have an MVP quarterback, the guy has put up ungodly numbers, and Drake May hasn't done that. He's just been so consistent and rock solid every single week.
No question. No question. By the way, real quick, how pathetic is it that the Miami Hurricanes AD yesterday, Dan Radicavich, is that how you say his name? Radicavich. He sent an open letter to the college football playoff committee. Yeah.
That's sad.
Saying, hey, if you're in the eye test business, then you know we belong in the playoffs. Good God. Jaden Grimes, you should be ashamed of yourself and your athletic director.
Yeah, I got no response coming back. A little desperate.
You want eye test? You want us? Hey, what about your resume? Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Notre
about
Dame, all right. We beat Notre Dame.
Those are your highlights and headlines.
Coming up next, your daily source of motivation and inspiration. Plus, I'm ping-ponging back and forth between two really good text questions. We'll have to settle on that with your help, of course. 50857 is how you can reach us on the Mills Air text line. We're just getting started. Don't go anywhere.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Hey, Central Florida, it is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. The Chevy Red Tag event is happening right now at Don Mealy Chevrolet. And if you've been waiting to upgrade your ride, now is your moment. Right now, get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, get up to $3,250 in customer cash, $1,500 in bonus cash, $1,250 in trade assistance, and a Don Mealy discount of up to $7,000. Added up, it's over $13,000 in total savings. Looking for something more family-friendly? Get 0% APR for 36 months on any new 2026 Chevy Equinox or Trailblazer. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet or shop anytime at donmealychevy.com because when the red tags are gone, so are the deals. Chevy, together, let's drive.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. This guy is money, and he joins me now to talk about the latest in real estate. How is the market doing right now, and how can buyers take advantage?
The market is doing well. It's not crazy like it was a few years ago, but right now it is prime to buy real estate. Not so great for sellers, but it's prime to buy real estate. And one of the big things that buyers are getting now is instead of fighting over the cost of the home, we're fighting over concessions from sellers to buy down the rate, make repairs, cover your down payment. I think that the big thing right now is finding an agent that can negotiate, understands the market, really, really fights to keep as much money they can in your pocket.
And Kevin is that agent. When it comes to real estate, experience matters. Trust Kevin Krager to move you right along. Search his name on Facebook or call him today, 407-702-4635.
On your ride this afternoon, you're going to run into some familiar delays piling up. There's slowdowns starting to form through the city on I-4 near that 408 interchange. The off-ramp's partially blocked due to an accident from I-4 eastbound to Conroy Road. Look out for an earlier crash getting cleared up on Colonial Drive at the Greenway. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimums on checking accounts, so your money stays. Most Capital One cafes are open all 7 days. This magical place, as some people might call it, is where the Capital One Bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?" That's a lovely tale.
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and member FDIC.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Eustace Roofing brings holiday savings. Get $1,500 off your roof replacement on any roof at least 1,000 square feet, plus an extra $500 when you show proof of a donation to our community partners. Visit eustaceroofing.com for details and to schedule your free estimate today.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th annual WBA convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA interim super lightweight title. Plus a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hulk Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows Indoors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Hey, nice job, Pete. I like those clean lines. Fellas, do we have anyone that can get to Greenport today?
At Corey's Landscaping, the staffing plan is in the weeds.
Anthony, we need that leaf blower over here. 3 more new customer requests just came in. Who wants to work some overtime?
He needs to dig up quality landscapers and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Keep the holiday soundtrack on everywhere.
Frosty the Snowman.
Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen to Magic 107.7, Orlando's Christmas station on the go. Tap the holiday banner or just search holiday, and you'll see customized stations like iHeart Christmas Classics, Country Christmas, and tons of playlists to set the mood. You've got enough to do. Let us handle the music. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and start listening.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
You know, it's actually been relatively cool lately, which means now is the best time to call Ziegler Air Conditioning for your annual maintenance check. Jason and his crew have been keeping Central Florida cool for 40 years. They know what Florida heat can do to your system. Believe me, they don't just show up like some companies and say, hey, it looks good. They actually take things apart. They check every connection, lubricate every part, and blow all that gooky gunk out of your drain lines to make sure you're running efficiently before the next heat wave closes in. And here's the other thing, the main thing I love about Ziegler Air. When you need them most, they're always there. On a recent holiday weekend, they showed up within an hour and saved the day for me and my family. They're honest, quick, and never pushy. Just pros doing what they do best. Give them a call, 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
Miami Dolphins play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
We are spreading Christmas cheer here on Game On, leading up to our holiday break. Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz rolls right down the slope on our sleigh, if you will. Jacksonville, Orlando, Tallahassee, streaming live on the iHeartRadio app and on YouTube. Just search our main hub, 96.9 The Game, on the YouTube device. It's time now for our daily coach quote.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation, and today's is about temperance. Not a word I often use. Temperance is not deprivation, but command of oneself physically, mentally, spiritually, demanding the best of oneself, even when no one is looking, even when less is allowed. It takes courage to live this way, not just because it's hard, but because it sets you apart. What does temperance mean, Mike?
What does temperance mean?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used that word.
Temperance.
You're the
means,
wordsmith. I'm surprised you don't.
Yeah.
Is that just like
I
another word for temperament? Is a different tense?
Yeah,
for
you're sort of I think it means like sort of like your demeanor. Your I don't know. Google it. Google it.
I was using you as Google, but let's see. Temperance is the quality of moderation or self-restraint. It's basically another word for self-control. People also use it. Another way to use it is to say taking abstinence from an alcoholic drink. Temperance. Oh, I learned something today.
That quote, the quote you read, sounded a lot like the John Wooden's famous quote. It's something like the test of a man's character is what he does when no one's watching. Is that sort of what your quote is saying?
Yeah, demanding the best of oneself even when no one is looking. That is one thing. I think I always look in the mirror whenever I read these quotes just to check myself. And when no one's looking, I think I have that box checked. I think I act the way that I would want to be portrayed. I act with the character that I think I walk around with and hopefully perceived with, even when nobody's watching. Here's the part, though, where I fall short, is even when less is allowed. Because when someone tells me you can take your foot off the gas, I often will. So I don't know. Maybe that's one of those things I can look at in the new year.
I think I work harder when nobody's watching.
Yeah, but what if somebody tells you, hey, you don't need to work so hard? I usually say, you got it. I'll work less.
Yeah, I'm more like that now than I used to be. I used to be like, yeah, no, I'll show up. I when I was just starting out in the business, I would like show up on holidays, in the office, to file pictures or something, just to show the bosses I was working hard on the holidays. I was like, do you ever hear the old Tom Coughlin story when Tom Coughlin was on Bill Parcells' staff? All right. Tom Coughlin was the ultimate workaholic, all right, when he was a football coach. Parcells gave all his assistants, all right, you guys take Christmas morning off, spend it with your family, and come in that afternoon and we'll break down, we'll do whatever we're going to do. So Parcells, knowing Coughlin, he called Coughlin's office on Christmas morning, and of course, Coughlin answered the phone. Didn't even take Christmas morning off.
Open your own goddamn presents, kids. Wow. See,
he probably had the kids up at 4. He probably had the kids up at like 4:30. Open the presents. I gotta get to work.
This is what I mean. Even when less is allowed, less was allowed, Tom. And
right.
you went ahead and worked anyway. So I was battling between a pair of text questions today, one of which is, what is something that you're really into for part of the year? It could be just a small pocket of the calendar year that the rest of the year you're not interested in, or interest just drops off precipitously for that particular thing. So I have a couple of options in mind for that, but we'll table that for a second. That is an option. The other one is in reference to this Aaron Andrews debate that was sparked over the weekend. Aaron Andrews has a podcast and she mentioned she was explaining the difficulty of being in broadcasting at the level that she is at, where she works every holiday. She's on every Thanksgiving broadcast. She's on the Christmas broadcasts now, and she's been doing that for a long time, and she misses the holidays with her family because she's working, and she talked about how that is difficult, but part of the job. She got absolutely roasted for this online, and not just from temperamental fans. I'm talking about other reporters. One that stood out to me was Jenna Lane, who covers the Bucks for ESPN.
Yeah,
she put multiple paragraphs up about how wrong Erin Andrews' approach and the lack of awareness that she has in sharing that from her platform of privilege.
Was Erin Andrews? I mean, she wasn't whining about it, right?
Well, the thing is, I don't know. I didn't listen to it, but I just saw. There was the quote is what was then ripped and turned into a social media debate. I'll find the direct quote, but it's essentially what I said.
Hey, I've been on the I've done that before. I've said, hey, I wish I travel around a lot and spend holidays away from my family when I was younger in the business, and I regret that. Is that whining? I mean, isn't she just being real with people? I don't know why people are ripping Erin Andrews.
So yeah, and I'm just giving you both sides of the story so that everybody can understand what the context of this is. Erin Andrews said that you miss out on a lot of holidays, weddings, events. You live out of a suitcase, explaining why you have to love what you do if you want to work in sports, which sounds like a very proper warning for those out there that think that it's all just glamour because you see people on TV or hear them on the radio. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes with it, especially if you get to the highest level where those sports are being played while everybody else is sitting back on the couch with their families.
Right.
Now she makes a very healthy living and yada yada, but that's
Well, so what would the text question be? Most tone deaf comments? Is that
tone deaf comments would be a good one. I think things that you can't stand when people complain about would be another one, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that we have some teeth there with this one, so we'll go.
Who was the NBA player who was
it Latrell Sprewell? How am I going to feed my family?
He said, I need to feed my family. Yeah. He turned down like he held out on a contract or something. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, but he said I need to feed my family. He's making like $30 million a year, whatever it was.
I'm gonna find the exact content. I like that. So we're gonna go with that. That'll be the text question today. We have a pair of Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets to give away. So if you chime in on this conversation, whether it's via the text line, you get the fast pass if you enter the Rage Cage on the iHeartRadio Talkback. The most tone-deaf quotes that you have heard either in sports, politics, or beyond. We'll take those 50857. I'm glad that we can hash this out. Up next, 3 straight wins for the Jags. First place in the AFC South. Can they keep it up? We'll check in with our Jags insider, Mia O'Brien, on the way next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Big thank you to Richard from Mills Air for coming out to the house last week to service my unit. Got all the gunk shot backed out of the line, threw a couple of mold-killing tablets inside the unit, and he was on his way. Even gave me a step-by-step tutorial on how to do it myself so that I could call them less. That is what I call service. Whether you need a new unit, an update to your existing unit, or you just need general maintenance, Mills Air can help keep your home cool and energy efficient all season long. Voted best in Orlando, nobody does it quite like Mills Air. They offer indoor air quality services in Central Florida that are simply unmatched. Keep the air in your home clean for you and for your family. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. You'll be happy that you went their way. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com. mission.com.
Are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the champion, was founded in 1917 and is one of the most tradition-steeped courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi sent you. You'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. You can also play pickleball, tennis, rent a boat at the marina, and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And they have so many exclusive holiday events. How about a tea with Santa and Mrs. Claus on Saturday, December 20th? Bring the kids. Or how about the lavish Christmas grand brunch on Christmas Day, or the unparalleled elegance of the New Year's Eve gala on December 31st? Make reservations for the hotel, golf tee times, or the festive holiday events at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, your next great escape is closer than you think.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You got to see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now. Daytona500.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Hey, y'all see Hard Rock Bet has new promos daily?
Y'all looking for me, John Daly?
No, John, we're just talking about Hard Rock Bet promos.
So not me, John Daly.
No, promos daily, like bonus bets or profit boosts.
That's my kind of promo.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
We love stats, facts, and figures on this show. And what about this one? Your AC system consumes up to 80% of your electric bill, and a new AC system can save you up to 75% on the AC portion of your bill. That could save you a substantial amount of money in the long run, and Mills Air is here to help. Mills Air will get you feeling right. They'll have you living comfortably, and they'll do it all without breaking the bank. The best AC company in the market, bar none. I've used them for years, and you'll love it too. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
This Christmas, give a gift that captures everything your heart has been holding. Something elegant, something beautiful, and forever meaningful. And now through Christmas Eve, you can get up to 40% off or take advantage of zero-interest financing for 60 months. At International Diamond Center, we know how love shines. Whether it's a dazzling diamond tennis bracelet, a pair of stunning earrings, or a trendy designer necklace she can wear all year long, our showcases are filled with love stories crafted in natural diamonds, colored gemstones, and gold. And if you've thought about lab-grown diamonds, don't overpay. Let IDC connect you with our lab-grown wholesaler to save you thousands. Bottom line, at IDC, we're pulling out all the stops to make everything more affordable. So come and let our non-commissioned jewelry experts help you find something truly perfect and make make her Christmas truly magical. International Diamond Center.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Store hours, locations, and holiday finance details at shopidc.com.
It's time for Cyber Monday, Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. Enjoy the lowest prices of the year on select PCs like the Dell 16 Plus featuring Intel Core Ultra processors. And with built-in advanced features, it's the PC that helps you do more faster. Plus, earn Dell rewards and enjoy many other benefits like free shipping, price match guarantee, and expert support. They also have huge deals on accessories that pair perfectly with your Dell PC and make perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
With Target, gifting has never been easier. This Saturday and Sunday, Target gift cards are 10% off with Target Circle. Treat everyone on your list to something you know they'll love. Gift cards for the trendsetters, the techies, the fashionistas, the foodies, and even yourself. The perfect time to save is now. This deal is a yearly fave, so hurry. Get more gifting for your buck and save 10% on Target gift cards with Target Circle for 2 days only. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's Luxe Cravings boxes give you decadent options. $5 gets you fan favorites, $7 gets you the fancy stuff, and $9 sends you on a journey of flavor exploration. Get yours at participating stores for a limited time. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
A cold front is swinging through the Sunshine State as we speak, and it is going to bring the potential for a few showers and thunderstorms here this evening. Then we'll clear out later on tonight with temperatures dropping. We're back into the lower to middle 50s for our northwestern locales, but closer to 60 in the Orlando metro. We'll see a mixture of clouds and stars. And for our Wednesday, looking drier, brighter, still some clouds around from time to time, but we are expecting much cooler conditions with highs rounding out in the upper 50s and lower 60s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
The UCF Knights play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Let's hit the local beat and see what's happening with the teams that call the state of Florida home. Sending you back to the studio. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
The Jags are red hot right now. Nobody better to check in on that than this woman right here, Mia O'Brien, host of the Club 904 podcast. You can find her on ESPN Radio as well. Mia, important question to start. Have you ever told anyone that you were going to kill them in a fit of rage?
Do you really want the answer to that one?
Especially now, the way that you responded to that, yes.
Yeah, I may have had a suspension in the third grade, but, it's all good. That was about, 23 years ago, something like that. I didn't know what a threat was at the time. I was just mad that somebody was bullying my friends. And, in hindsight, probably not the best choice of words in a playground setting, but on a football field, it happens.
You don't mess with me on the playground. I could see that clear as day. Now, Liam Cohen said, I've probably heard that 100 times from players in games. So whatever. Do you think Liam Cohen would have that sort of approach if the roles were reversed? I mean, he seems like a pretty honest guy, so I guess the answer could be yes. But is he just sticking up for his guy, or do you think he actually believes that?
I think he believes that because I think he's been told it. And I also think that if the Titans had won the game, I don't know if Julius Chestnut's talking about that quote, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because the way that it was interpreted by a lot of folks, not just here in Jacksonville, is, all right, well, how about you play better? I think that would honestly be Liam Cohen's response to it. You can debate the dividends of it all you want, but look who won the game and look who didn't win the game. I think that's like I think that's a big reason why you're hearing this even coming out. And even like LaQuint Allen, I'll tell you this one, I won't even comment on the threat, again, just as someone who is scarred from having to be suspended from school for 2 days in the third grade. I won't even go down that road. I'll instead pivot to LaQuint Allen's comment in which he stood over the much larger Jeffrey Simmons and said, suck my bleep. LaQuint would do that in a loss too. He would do that win, loss, lose, or draw. That's just how he plays, like 110%. And if Liam Cohen says that he plays what
This is what one of my first professors said. If you don't want to make 40,000 in your first job, get out. If you don't want to be told you need a nose job, get out. If you don't want to be divorced, get out. If you don't want to work holidays, get out. And I don't say it like that, but I say you got to love what you do, because I miss all holidays. I didn't get married till I was in my 40s. Not that that is going to be your route, but I live out of a suitcase. I miss a lot of stuff. I missed a lot of weddings. I miss a lot of events. You have to love it to get you through the fact I'm not going to be home for Thanksgiving next week, or Christmas is cut short.
This, and I know I'm last, so I wanted to be fast, but there was a lot to cover. I do want to say this is the most wonderful, magical time of the year. By that, of course, this, and I know I'm last, so I wanted to be fast, but there was a lot to cover. I do want to say this is the most wonderful, magical time of the year. By that, of course, I'm referring to the college football playoffs. I just want to say this as a point of personal privilege. And I'm a Florida Gator, but if the University of Miami gets screwed out of the college football playoffs after going 10-2 and beating Notre Dame, the whole thing should be scrapped, and you're going to have to take over it next year. That's great. Thank you.
As long as he doesn't bring in Gus Bradley, he'll be fine. Okay. I'll say. And the Jaguars did.
Me O'Brien. Host of the Club 904 podcast. You can find her on ESPN Radio as well. Mia O'Brien, always appreciate it. Thanks so much for the time. Up next, your time. Shut her off. Is your text? Your talk.
I would not follow Gus Bradley into the dark. By the way,
we're gonna follow this commercial break into the darkness. Back in a minute.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
You know what is absolutely imperative? Not just this time of year with the holidays coming, but any time of year, all right? You need to have a sound financial management plan. That's why I call Trajan Wealth, all right? It used to be I just did advertising reads for Trajan Wealth, but now I'm a client. And when I sat across from Trajan Wealth and I met with them, I got straight talk. Not some sales pitch, not a bunch of jargon, not them trying to sell me this product or that product, annuities, any of this sort of stuff. They reviewed my finances. They reviewed my plan. They explained my options and helped me move over an old 401k I'd been ignoring. Now I've got a clear strategy that's built around my goals. They're fiduciaries. That means their loyalty is to you, not to selling a product. The more money you make, the more money they make. Their founder, Jeff Jr., is a Marine veteran who runs Trajan Wealth with that same Simplify mantra he learned in the military. Simplify. It means always faithful. And believe me, Trajan Wealth is always faithful to your financial future. Give them a call today, 407-204-0300. Tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Guess who's back? Well, it's your world champion Orlando Valkyries headed back to Addition Financial Arena for another exciting season. Head coach Amy Pauley has this crew ready to roll, and they're going to be unveiling their championship banner on opening night, which is Friday, January 9th at 7 p.m. Single game tickets are available by heading to their website. Family 4-packs, you get 4 tickets, 4 $10 concession vouchers, and 4 championship cups for only $100. Let's go support the team as they drop the banner on January 9th. We'll see you at the arena, and go Valks.
There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from I-4 westbound to Conroy Road. Traffic starting to slow down through the city on I-4 westbound, approaching that 408 interchange, and you could expect some familiar delays piling up on I-4 westbound before Darrell Carter Parkway, on the Turnpike northbound before 301. Crews are off to the shoulder, clearing up an earlier accident there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save big during Lowe's Black Friday. Get 50% off select major appliances, plus choose select DeWalt 20-volt max drill or impact driver kits for just $99. Valid through 12/3/25. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand when I see creepy crawlies all over my house. That's why I have to have a pest control provider that doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. You can keep your home protected from the bugs all year long
Get yourself a termite bond while you're at it. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi from Game On sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service. Burn Pest is a family-run operation right here in our backyard in Central Florida. Go and find them online easily, and don't stress about these pests anymore. It's burnpests.com.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimums on checking accounts, so your money stays. Most Capital One cafes are open all 7 days. This magical place, as some people might call it, is where the Capital One Bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?" That's a lovely tale.
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and member FDIC.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th Annual WBA Convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA Interim Super Lightweight title. Plus, a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hulk Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
Looking for the perfect gift? Skip the socks and give the gift they'll truly savor. Corona Cigar Company has you covered. Shop coronacigar.com for holiday deals on cigars, humidors, and accessories. Wrap up with something truly special at coronacigar.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text free.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
All right, guys, let's get real. You know that feeling when your body just doesn't respond the way it used to, whether it's at the gym, on the golf course, or in the bedroom? You feel like you've lost a step. That's why I want to tell you about Shockwave Therapy at Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. This isn't some magic pill or gimmick. It's advanced acoustic energy that increases blood flow, repairs tissue, and restores function naturally. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. It's used by pro athletes to heal faster and perform stronger. And now it's helping guys like us feel younger again in the gym and in the bedroom. And ladies, it's not just for men. Women are seeing amazing results too. Better comfort, sensitivity, and overall confidence. So if pain or performance issues are slowing you down, it's time to get back in the game with the team that gets it right. Visit hormonesandwellness.com. That's hormonesandwellness.com, and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you.
Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages delivered safely. Don't forget custom cards, invites, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Staples, that was easy.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game, sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The free iHeartRadio app. Pure audio awesomeness.
The most live radio stations and the most podcasts.
And you can access them instantly by making them a preset.
And it's all 100% free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
You know what's actually been relatively cool lately, which means now is the best time to call Ziegler Air Conditioning for your annual maintenance check. Jason and his crew have been keeping Central Florida cool for 40 years. They know what Florida heat can do to your system. Believe me, they don't just show up like some companies and say, hey, it looks good. They actually take things apart. They check every connection, lubricate every part, and blow all that gooky gunk out of your drain lines to make sure you're running efficiently before the next heat wave closes in. And here's the other thing, the main thing I love about Ziegler Air. When you need them most, they're always there. On a recent holiday weekend, they showed up within an hour and saved the day for me and my family. They're honest, quick, and never pushy. Just pros doing what they do best. Give them a call, 407-245-8800. 8765 407 245 8765 Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
This is Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic, and you're listening to the premier sports talk radio show in the state of Florida. Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Oh, my headphones weren't working, but I guess that worked out. Everybody's enjoying the smooth sounds of Frank Sinatra.
I love old Blue Eyes singing Christmas.
You can feel the twinkle in the sky, the tingle in your belly. I think I don't
Blue
know. Christmas
Eyes,
spirit.
Blue Eyes, Bing Crosby, Burl Ives. Those are your preeminent Christmas.
I have already watched Christmas Vacation once, Scott. We got it in the bag one time, probably 3 more before we get to the actual Christmas holiday. Back in 60 seconds. Let's get the latest from Fox Sports Radio. Then we're back at it.
Live, local, in your face, and bald. Very bald. Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
Back at it here on Game On across the Sunshine State. Tuesdays, a triple threat at Wing House. Dig into $3 street tacos packed with bold flavor. Sip on $3 well drinks and enjoy a refreshing $3 16-ounce domestic draft. It's the perfect midweek escape. Great way to get you set for the holidays. Unbeatable deals and a laid-back vibe, all found at Wing House. Good food, beautifully served. Our text question / rage cage topic today, tone-deaf quotes from sports history, or if you want to go outside of the sports realm, you can do that as well. Mike?
I found it, Kravitz. Nothing can beat this one. Nothing can beat this one. 2014, Jim Irsay, the late owner of the Colts, pulled over DUI, and he said the reason he was pulled over is because the police are prejudiced against rich white billionaires.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. Look it up. Look it up.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Yes, because he's a rich white billionaire, he was treated unfairly by the police.
I think I actually that's really good, but I do think I found the winner for today's conversation.
If you can beat that one, go right.
I really think I can. This is from December 2023, not that long ago, but you'll remember this story. Sean McDermott was trying to motivate his team, and he had to answer some questions about a tactic that he used during a team meeting where he used the 9/11 terrorist attacks as an example of good teamwork in a speech to his players. Do you remember this?
Yes.
In an attempt to emphasize the importance of togetherness, he cited the 9/11 hijackers as far as an occasion where everyone was on the same page.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
You cannot beat that.
Rudy Gobert.
That's called being out of ideas. When you're, you know what? This is how I'm going to preach togetherness and teamwork. Let's talk about the 9/11 terrorists. Awful. Did you say Rudy Gobert?
When Rudy Gobert said COVID was fake and then proceeded to cough on
And he touched
every microphone.
and he touched all the microphones. That definitely qualifies.
Tested for COVID the next day, league within the bubble.
Yep.
Remember when Bobby Bowden got in hot water? It was a controversy. I thought he was unfairly portrayed. It was before the season. I think was it 2002? Whatever season it was after 9/11. All right. And remember the one plane where the passengers on the plane essentially overtook the hijackers, and the guy who was leading the charge to overtook the hijackers, his quote was, let's roll and go get the hijackers. And Bowden used that as a mantra for his team that season. Let's roll. And I thought that was okay.
It's a heroic line. I don't remember. I was 16 when he said that, but I'm sure that I didn't. I was 16 and an avid Florida State fan, by the way, so I'm sure I had no issue with it.
Yeah, but he got a lot of grief for that. You know, I thought, hey,
yeah,
that is a heroic line.
Not nearly as bad as McDermott. I did find the old Latrell Sprewell story. He was offered 3 years, $21 million. He turned it down, said that wasn't going to cut it. Quote, I've got a family to feed. Was never offered a contract that sniffed that, and then later got sued by his life partner,
his family,
for $200 million because he wasn't paying child support.
So he wouldn't feed his family.
So
good Lord.
He got sued. He said, that's not going to work. I have a family to feed. Then went ahead and didn't feed his family and got sued more than the original contract offer. I never knew this. This is a real story that's out there.
Wow.
Incredible.
Those are three pretty good ones right there. Rich white billionaire.
And one more. This one from the text line. Most tone-deaf quotes by athletes. Patrick Ewing. We make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money. Was the quote from.
It's true.
Like, yeah, I got to keep working. I'm spending all of this.
I mean, I've got 16 cars in my 16-car garage.
I appreciate the honesty. If you like college football and you like drama, this Lane Kiffin story has been for you. For weeks, speculation about Kiffin's future raged on. At one point, Ole Miss, Florida, LSU, they were all battling for his services. And one by one, every single one of these programs thought that they had all convinced themselves that Kiffin was going to run into their open arms and they were going to live happily ever after. Florida fans thought that he was going to bring the visor back and the attitude and the swagger. Ole Miss thought that he was going to throw the cape on and reveal himself as the hero of Oxford. And LSU all along probably knew that he was just going to go there anyway. Unfortunately for the Rebels, Kiffin left before the team's likely college football playoff run. We'll see if they get in. Not only did he leave, but then things got ugly, and the players now are the ones that are paying for all of the drama. And Kiffin right now is bearing the brunt of the criticism. Here's one of the more notable individuals that spoke on this, Bill Cowher, former Steelers head coach, on Lane Kiffin.
Let's just talk about Lane Kiffin's decision and what he asked in his statement, that he was denied the opportunity to coach the Ole Miss team through the course of the playoffs. And he was denied by the AD. And I would say, why would you even ask that question? Why would an AD let a coach who made a decision that he wanted to go to LSU and not stay at Ole Miss coach my players and use my coaches and tell them for the next month why they should be joining him at LSU? Totally understand. I would just say, thank you, Lane, and goodbye. And that being said, if indeed he decides to take other coaches with him, I would just say any player that goes to play for Lane Kiffin, just understand one thing. It's not about the program. It's about Lane Kiffin, because he don't care about the players that he just went through a season with, a special season, players he's had for 4 years with an opportunity to go to the playoffs. He's decided to take them and not only leave them, which I get, okay, you want to do that, but now you're going to take offensive coaches with you and destroy the program.
And deplete the program.
Deplete the program and the dreams of these young men who you said that you want to be there and you want to do it with. But if I can't do it, I'm not going to let you do it yourself.
I completely agree with everything he just said. Could not have said it better myself. And this is a guy who is highly respected in the coaching profession. So I feel even more vindicated in my beliefs on the situation that Bill Cowher agrees and was able to articulate it in that way. Mike, is it fair to criticize Lane Kiffin the way that he has and others have?
Well, yeah, it's fair because, again, he turned it into a dog and pony show. We can debate whether he should be allowed to coach Ole Miss or not. I originally thought he should. I told you yesterday I've changed my mind for some of the reasons Cowher said. All right, he's going to be recruiting Ole Miss players. He's going to bring the coaches with him. He's going to use this month before the college football playoff as a recruiting tool for LSU, not for Ole Miss. So I certainly understand Ole Miss not letting him coach. Now, here's the one thing I would also criticize Lane Kiffin about. He had his press conference yesterday in LSU, his introductory press conference. And instead of just saying, hey, I made the decision that was right for me, he brought Nick Saban into it and Pete Carroll, like his two mentors. These guys told me I had to take this job. Listen to what he said about Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, he told me, that he always told my dad that he'd look out for me. And so when we were talking, he really channeled him up, from knowing him for so long. And he said, this is exactly what he would do. He would tell you, boy, go get it. Go for it.
Go for it. Pete Carroll. Then he brought Nick Saban into it, making it sound like Nick Saban told him to take the LSU job. Listen to this one.
Coach Saban kind of coached at another place in this conference, so I can't really say exactly what he said, but I'll say I think the world of Coach Saban, and I respect him, and so there's a reason I'm here.
I respect him. I think the world of him. There's a reason I'm here. Doesn't that make it sound like Nick Saban told him to go to LSU? Doesn't it?
Yeah, that is what that sounds like.
So, I mean, come on. Lane, just say, I made a decision. Don't say, oh, my mentors told me I needed to take. Go get it, boy. Go get it, boy.
This is what
Carroll said.
Yeah, this is why people call him a narcissist, because when it comes to accepting the blame, there is a negative side to making a decision like this. If you feel like it's best for you, your family, your career, you are well within your right to make that move. Understand that it comes with some negativity. And rather than just owning that, he is telling you, well, Nick Saban told me to take it. Pete Carroll told me to take it. I talked to God himself, and he told me to take it. Right. Not, I chose this on my own, and I accept the criticism that comes with it and the fact that I don't get to coach the team that I led to the point where it'll even allowed me to get this job. My question to you, Mike, is why is it? And this is for Lane Kiffin, and it's for Ole Miss, too. They're not off the hook here. Why is it that John Sumrall, who is also on the doorstep of the college football playoff, the same way that Ole Miss is with their former coach, Lane Kiffin, why is he allowed to coach with Tulane? He was at a press conference today with the Green Wave.
Right.
He'll coach them through as long as they make it. Why is he allowed to do that, but Lane Kiffin can't coach at Ole Miss? Why is it different? And is the answer just simply, well, they're in the same conference, Ole Miss and LSU?
Well, it's not just that they're in the same conference. It's that LSU is Ole Miss's biggest rival. Ole Miss and LSU have a rivalry that goes back to Billy Cannon in the 1950s. That's the reason. Ole Miss and LSU do not like each other. It would be like Florida State, essentially. That's the reason. I would think, even if he'd taken the Florida job, maybe Ole Miss allows him to coach in the college football playoff. But because it's LSU, and because Ole Miss has always looked at LSU as their big brother that has been keeping Ole Miss down for decades, That's the reason.
Yeah.
So
we'll table that for right now. We'll get back to it later on in the show. Text in 50857. Let us know what you think. Up next, general manager of the operation here in Orlando, Anthony Parker, Magic GM. We'll let him victory lap on the Desmond Bain deal coming up right after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Get in the holiday spirit because everyone's on the nice list over on Hard Rock Bet. Sign up, place a $5 wager. If it hits, you score $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings, a winning bet, and a boosted bankroll. Now that is a gift worth unwrapping. Head to Hard Rock Bet and see what they have in store for you. You'll find boosted odds, in-game bets, props, teasers. I got a $20 bonus bet just for being at the Magic Arena last night. Tonight, I like the Celtics taking on the road-weary Knicks. The Knicks are 10-1 at home this year. Just 3-5 away from MSG. Head to Hard Rock Bet and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Orlando, are you ready to rock at my favorite beach getaway? Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach is calling your name. Not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. You'll find modern luxury, legendary Hard Rock vibes, and that endless Florida sunshine. Even in the middle of winter, lounge by the oceanfront pool, grab a bite at their world-famous restaurant, or unwind at the spa. And when the sun sets, enjoy live music under the stars at their beachside band shell. For reservations, go to hardrockhotels.com/Daytona Beach.
There's a crash getting cleared up, slowing things down, blocking the right lane on the beach line eastbound at Goldenrod Road. Traffic starting to crawl on I-4 westbound, approaching that 408 interchange, and it's stop and go westbound on I-4 through that Champions Gate area. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke, dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas, or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Heavy metal on a light budget? If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you get quality and savings on your auto insurance. Here, I'll take over. See what you could save at farmers.com.
We are farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th Annual WBA Convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA Interim Super Lightweight title. Plus, a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hulk Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farah fight. Fair and Farah.
Orlando.
Eustace Roofing brings holiday savings. Get $1,500 off your roof replacement on any roof at least 1,000 square feet, plus an extra $500 when you show proof of a donation to our community partners. Visit eustaceroofing.com for details and to schedule your free estimate today.
If you want no windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word WOW right now to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Find the most wonderful gifts at Macy's Friends and Family Sale with incredible deals on our best brands like Donna Karan, Yvette Lafite, Calvin Klein, and more, all at 30% off. Plus, take 15% off beauty and fragrance from Lancôme, Clinique, and Yves Saint Laurent. Or Star Rewards members can earn $20 in Star money for every $100 spent on eligible brands. Going on now, only at Macy's Friends and Family Sale. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
We are Orlando sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
On this week's episode of Next Chapter, I, T.D. Jakes, sit down with Denzel Washington, a two-time Academy Award-winning actor and cultural icon.
I don't take any credit for it. I just didn't put me first. I just put God first, and He's carried me.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search Next Chapter with T.D. Jakes. That's NXT Chapter. And listen now.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Coming soon.
I'm a beer fanatic, so I don't settle for anything less than the best. And the folks at Hourglass Brewing deliver quality, consistency, everything I'm looking for in a good beer. With that neighborhood charm at their 2 Orlando locations, Hourglass Brewing is a first-class brewery from the same one that cranks out Zoneheads 35 once per year. But it's more than that. They crank out the hits on the daily. 25-plus Hourglass beers on tap every single day. Stop by for happy hour. $3 I4 iSource citrus lagers from 4 to 6 p.m. all day on Mondays. They even have wines, seltzers, ciders, something for everybody. Cozy up to the bar, get to know their friendly staff. Hourglass is a welcoming watering hole for the entire Orlando community, and they have a location right near downtown Orlando as well, on top of the one right around the corner from me in Longwood. This isn't mass-produced. This is craft. Fresh ingredients, local pride, and a taste that you can actually savor. So next time you need to unwind, skip the ordinary and raise a glass to the extraordinary. Raise a glass to Hourglass Brewing.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app.
This is Wendell Carter Jr., the Orlando Magic. Welcome back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Big offensive board, Wendell. He will duck it down. And that's why you put Dell back in the game.
Now time for the latest on the Magic. Let's kick it back to the studio for the Magic Word.
Third straight dub for your Orlando Magic. Took down the Chicago Bulls last night, 125-120. 37 for Desmond Bane in back-to-back games. And one of the guys that helped bring him to town joins us on the hotline right now. Anthony Parker, Magic General Manager, joins us for this week's Magic Word. Anthony, welcome to the show. You must be having a ball watching this team right now. Well, you leave that to us. We'll do plenty of overreacting for you. The deal to get Desmond Bane, it wasn't cheap. 4 unprotected first-round picks, Contavious Caldwell-Pope. However, early returns are looking good. Is that the best feeling as a general manager, making a big move, pushing the chips in, and then watching it pay off like this. What is it about Desmond Bain that attracted you guys to him the most? You know, we know about the 3-point shooting. I have come to appreciate more of what he's able to do around the rim and being able to watch him night after night with the Orlando Magic. There's an obvious attitude and toughness that he brings. But what was the one, if you had to say, nominate that one quality that you just felt like you guys couldn't live without as it pertains to Bain, what would that be?
Anthony, you talk about not overreacting. I think a lot of times NBA fans, at least in Orlando, act like college football fans and want to make instant judgments on players, coaches, whatever. I've seen former Magic player Aaron Gordon become a really good three-point shooter over the last couple years. Isn't it true that even veteran players can develop significantly, which brings me to Wendell Carter Jr. And what have you seen from his development this year? Also, Anthony Black, he's made significant strides this year. What have you seen from him? What do you attribute his improvement to?
Talking to Anthony Parker, Magic general manager. How well do you think Paolo will work back into this lineup? It's always tough when you have a star that is as high usage as Banchero is. The team is functioning so well right now offensively. I am certainly not in the camp of, well, the team is better without Paolo. I think that's a ridiculous conversation, but there is a process to working a player of that magnitude back into the lineup. How do you expect that to look? And any sort of update on when we might actually see that? Anthony Parker, Orlando Magic general manager. Congratulations on the advancement in the NBA Cup. Looking forward to that knockout game against the Miami Heat. Team's looking great right now, and we can't wait to see how the rest of the season unfolds. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony Parker, the Magic general manager, dismissing the idea that the team would be better without Paolo, as he should. Let's see. I would just ask this to any Magic fan out there.
Says the guy who keeps bringing it up.
Because it's a topic, not because I agree with it. Any Magic fan that says that out there. So you would trade Paolo for Tristan da Silva? You would trade Tristan da Silva for Paolo Banchero, or no, I got that backwards.
I would trade Paolo for Nikola Jokic right now.
That's a conversation we can have. Up next, I should have asked Anthony Parker about that. Up next, the dollars behind Lane Kiffin's new deal with LSU. Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com on the way after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
This is your Tools Ace hardware assist of the night. Well, we were just talking about him. Desmond Bain with another dynamic outing.
Anthony Black's played the entire fourth quarter. He's got the basketball. Behind the back dribble, and he shook Trey Jones, but came off it, gets to Bain on the left wing. Bain attacking, and he will flip it up and in. Easy money for DB3.
Easy money going to Tools Ace hardware, from Big Green Egg to Traeger. They've got everything you need to fire up the flavor with 14 Central Florida locations, including a brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night, and your best stop before the game. ToolsAceHardware.com. Go check them out and go Magic.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. As you know, every great team has a captain who leads by example. At Don Mealy Chevrolet, that captain is the Chevy Silverado. And right now, it's the Chevy Red Tag event, and you can lease a 2026 Silverado 1500 LT for just $409 a month for 36 months, or finance with 0% APR. Don Mealy Chevrolet has been Central Florida's truck headquarters for 50 years. Visit Don Mealy or dmchevy.com before the red tags are gone. Chevy, together let's drive.
This holiday season, make your gift say more than words ever could with the brilliant gift of diamonds, a dazzling diamond pendant, a timeless anniversary band, or the sparkle of classic stud earrings. For all that shines bright this season, there's just one place to shop: International Diamond Center. With 4 decades of service, exclusive worldwide connections, and legendary value, IDC is your holiday destination. Our showcases are filled with can't-miss gifts, exquisite diamond classics, all new breathtaking colored gemstones, unique gold fashion, trendy designer creations, superior quality, unbeatable value prices. And listen, for a limited time only, enjoy 5 years zero-interest financing on your holiday purchase, or get instant savings up to 40%. Imagine that $12,000 designer ring for just $200 a month. Make this Christmas unforgettable. Give a gift that lasts forever from International Diamond Center. Visit shopidc.com for holiday hours and locations.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
Looking for the perfect gift? Skip the socks and give the gift they'll truly savor. Corona Cigar Company has you covered. Shop coronacigar.com for holiday deals on cigars, humidors, and accessories. Wrap up with something truly special at coronacigar.com.
Catch the Fantasy Fix live every Sunday morning throughout the entirety of the NFL season. Who can we trust? Who's a mirage? Who do you need to start and put on the bench? We have all the updated information and advice for you every Sunday morning, streaming live across the state of Florida on the iHeartRadio app. It's fantasy football news up to the minute right here on FM 96.9 The Game. Don't set your lineup without us, and it all starts Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on the Fantasy Fix.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
You don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Florida and Florida State men's hoops, they'll help open the ACC-SEC Challenge tonight. 14th-ranked Gators visit number 4 Duke before the Seminoles host Georgia. Over to hockey, where the Lightning wrap up their road trip tonight in New York. They take on the Islanders. Tampa Bay's riding a 7-game win streak. And the next to last college football playoff rankings, those will drop tonight, with Texas A&M expected to fall from the top 3 after losing last week. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
Catch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app, sponsored by First Horizon Bank.
Guess who's back? Well, it's your world champion Orlando Valkyries, headed back to Addition Financial Arena for another exciting season. Head coach Amy Pauley has this crew ready to roll, and they're going to be unveiling their championship banner on opening night, which is Friday. January 9th at 7 p.m. Single game tickets are available by heading to their website. Family 4-packs, you get 4 tickets, 4 $10 concession vouchers, and 4 championship cups for only $100. Let's go support the team as they drop the banner on January 9th. We'll see you at the arena, and go Valks.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810 or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeartRadio app. He's the Sultan of Salary, our very own sports financial guru. When athletes get paid, he's our go-to guy. He's Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com.
Mike Giannetti, our go-to sports financial expert, the best in the business. You can find his work over at SpotTrack.com and check out the SpotTrack podcast weekly for full breakdowns on everything we discuss here and more. Mike, the parity in the NFL has never been more on display than it is right now. The Chiefs, of all teams, are 6-6. Is the dynasty officially over for Kansas City, or can they Band-Aid this thing back together given their salary constraints? Maybe not this year, but at least moving forward. And maybe they're the answer to this next question, but among the previously perennial contenders, who's going to have the toughest time restructuring their roster? Philadelphia feels like they're starting to crumble a little bit. Buffalo, not so much. They're still in a really good place, but they also haven't gotten over the hump yet, so the end could be coming for them. Also, the Ravens don't look the same. There's a lot of those teams that are standards in the NFL right now that feel like they're trending down, not up. Who's going to have the toughest time staying on top of the mountain? Mike, what were your thoughts when you saw the Lane Kiffin drama that enveloped the sports world unfold over the weekend, the salary madness that continues in college football, where Kentucky just bought out its football coach, Mark Stoops, for $40 million? Just your overall thoughts on the Lane Kiffin stuff in college football in general.
Also, among the three NFL teams in the state of Florida, the Jaguars, the Bucks, and the Dolphins, Kravitz just asked you about the Chiefs and their salary moving forward. What of the three NFL teams in the state, which ones are in the best shape and the worst shape? Mm.
Talking to Mike Giannetti from SpotTrack.com. Will Justin Jefferson be demanding a trade out of Minnesota come the offseason? Yeah. I'm sure he is not a happy camper. Neither are people that have him in fantasy, by the way. All right, Mike, we don't talk a ton of baseball on this show, but I know we've got baseball fans that are out there listening to us. Give me a good 45 seconds on the hot stove in baseball. What are we missing? Mm. Well, it looked like Mike was chomping at the bit to get in there.
Oh
and
no!
talk.
When the hot stove league, does it get any better than the hot stove? That stove's so hot right now. You put your hand on it, and it'll burn your hand. That hot stove.
Genetti's in the Northeast. It's a different beast up there. What does that have to do with college football? All right,
the Tampa Bay Rays, they deal with the cold stove,
Right.
as do the Marlins.
Yeah. Do the Rays have a stove, actually? Mike Giannetti, sports financial analyst, the best in the game. Go find his work over at SpotTrack.com. You can check out the SpotTrack podcast weekly, full breakdowns of everything that we've discussed and more, found twice weekly, presented by our partners at Better Edge. Thanks so much, Mike. Coming up next.
Our baseball teams have a hibachi. They don't have a stove.
Are you kidding me? They have a George Foreman grill if they're lucky. Text in 50857. Hit us up on the iHeart Talkback as well. We're back with more Game On after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
I've told you many times, the housing market, it's sort of like sports, sort of like football. It's all about field position. And right now, sellers, you have the ball in the red zone. If you're thinking about selling, you got to call the Nickley Group because they are Central Florida's #1 real estate team for a reason. Central Florida homes are selling for top dollar right now. It might take you a little longer to sell, but they are still selling for top dollar. And the Nickley Group sells homes for 6% more and twice as fast as the average agent. They'll even get you a guaranteed cash offer. No showings, no open houses, no muss, no fuss. Close in as little as 14 days. So go to thenickley.group.com. That's thenickley.group.com. Tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. I might even be at your next closing. How good would that be, huh? If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
Betting exchanges have become the new craze in sports betting, and there is no one on the internet that does it better than BetterEdge. So transparent, so honest, so user-friendly. BetterEdge gives you that little extra advantage that you need. I've said it many times. I've bet on sports for a while. I did not start making money consistently until I started using BetterEdge. I also share competitions every Friday that we can dive into together as well. My Beat Brandon Challenge. Sign up for the first time, get $20 on the house. Just use the promo code BeatBrandon when you sign up at betteredge.com or on the Better Edge app.
Traffic's crawling through the city on I-4 westbound, approaching that 408 interchange. It's stop and go westbound on I-4 between Celebration and getting through that Champions Gate area. Look out for a crash on I-4 westbound near State Road 429. That's off to the shoulder, and crews are still clearing up that crash on the Beach Line eastbound at Goldenrod Road. That's off to the shoulder as well. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
This report is sponsored by SuperSure.
Stop buying business insurance blind. SuperSure's licensed advisors help break things down clearly so you understand your options. When you're not sure, get SuperSure or supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by SuperSure Insurance Agency, LLC, a Florida licensed insurance agency, not an insurer, and only available in Florida.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th Annual WBA Convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA Interim Super Lightweight title, plus a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hulk Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farrah fight. Fair and Farrah.
Orlando.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey. We love stats, facts, and figures on this show. And what about this one? Your AC system consumes up to 80% of your electric bill, and a new AC system can save you up to 75% on the AC portion of your bill. That could save you a substantial amount of money in the long run, and Mills Air is here to help. Mills Air will get you feeling right. They'll have you living comfortably, and they'll do it all without breaking the bank. The best AC company in the market, bar none. I've used them for years, and you'll love it too. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
If you
want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows Indoors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. My guy is money, and he joins me now to chat about the latest in real estate. What's the one piece of advice that you would give to first-time home buyers?
Interview agents and ask important questions. Ask what's important to that agent. Make sure that that agent is listening to you and understands what it is that you need when you're buying a house. There's hundreds of thousands of agents across this country, and a lot of people can buy and sell real estate, but to protect what you're doing, you need to make sure that that agent is really connected with you, really listening to you, and has your best interest at heart. It's not just a paycheck for me. It's not just a paycheck for a lot of agents, but I want a long-lasting relationship. I'm going to give loyalty to you. And then I also would say, as a home buyer, giving loyalty back to that agent, because at some point you're going to want to sell that house.
Trust and loyalty. You can count on Kevin for that. He'll move you right along through the real estate buying and selling process. 407-702-4635.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
This is Paulo Banchero with the Orlando Magic, and you're locked into Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
No, the best sports quote is from Latrell Sprewell when he tried to turn down his extension for $27 million, said he had a family to feed.
Yes, we agree with that. So that was, I think, the first example that we thought of. We had our tone deaf text talkback topic today, spinoff of some backlash that Erin Andrews got. This was right before Thanksgiving. Her and Carissa Thompson, they do a podcast together called Calm Down with Erin and Carissa. Well, people were not calming down off of what Erin Andrews said. In fact, we have the clip. This is from the podcast itself. Let's hear straight out of Erin's mouth.
This is what one of my first professors said. If you don't want to make $40,000 in your first job, get out. If you don't want to be told you need a nose job, get out. If you don't want to be divorced, get out. If you don't want to work holidays, get out. And I don't say it like that, but I say you got to love what you do, because I miss all holidays. I didn't get married till I was in my 40s. Not that that is going to be your route, but I live out of a suitcase. I miss a lot of stuff. I missed a lot of weddings. I miss a lot of events. You have to love it to get you through the fact I'm not going to be home for Thanksgiving next week, or Christmas is cut short.
I cannot believe.
Why is she being criticized for that?
And I'm telling you, eviscerated online for that opinion. That people have just lost all sense of time management. That you would spend a second of your life. We do a radio show, okay? We are professionally discussing these topics. For people the day before Thanksgiving to go slamming their thumbs on the keyboard on your phone to tell Erin Andrews what a horrible person she is for sharing such an obvious perspective. It's not even an opinion. This is her life. She's telling you what it's like. These are the sacrifices that you have to give up. She's not saying that this is as tough as going to war in Afghanistan. She's just saying that if you want to do this, you got to make no money at the beginning and you have to be willing to miss holidays and weddings. Factual.
It's just amazing, the legions of the miserable on social media. The people just want to find a reason to be angry on social media. Erin Andrews has worked her way up from the bottom. She was a dancer at the University of Florida, dancing for the basketball team. All right. And she goes into broadcasting and she works her way up and she becomes a star. But yeah, you have to make some sacrifices to do that. Why are people criticizing her? I just don't get it.
And here's the thing. I wouldn't be reacting like this if it was just the legions of the miserable. We were on the YouTube channel yesterday when John Summerall was being introduced as the Gators head coach. And you would think that the sky was falling with the way that the folks on YouTube were commenting. But if you go to any YouTube stream, especially one that involves something as passionate as college football, it's all going to be negative. All of it. That's just the way that platform works. It's sad, but that is the case. It's not just them. Jenna Lane, who covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for ESPN, a credible reporter in her own right. This is what she said on Twitter moments after. Saw Erin Andrews. Let me know if I need to stop talking at some point, Jade. Saw Erin Andrews' remarks about the challenges in the business. Started out making $40,000 a year and not having holidays. I appreciate what she's trying to say, but let's consider the folks who work 2 to 3 jobs in retail, in warehouses, in the service industry right now, just trying to make ends meet. They're not getting time with their families either. This would be a dream for them. Some people have lost jobs, are living out of their cars as we speak, and they don't know how they're going to keep the lights on or put food on the table. How is that relevant to what Erin Andrews said?
Erin Andrews isn't those people. Erin Andrews is telling you about her life and her career and how she worked her way up through her career. She's not a service worker. Sorry.
Coming up next, Bet It or Forget It, the daily game show that has taken sports talk radio by storm. We'll get to that in 60 seconds. Right now, we step to the side for the fine folks at Fox Sports Radio.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz is back. Time to see if they're ready to put their money where their mouth is. Let's get into another round of Bet It or Forget It.
Top of the 5 o'clock hour, the world-famous daily segment, Bet It or Forget It, brought to you by the leader in peer-to-peer betting across the globe, BetterEdge, an integrated social platform that allows you to bet against other users. Unlike traditional sportsbooks, at BetterEdge, bettors compete against each other, meaning that you'll win more. Use promo code BeatBrandon and sign up for $20 upon your first arrival. It's betteredge.com or on the BetterEdge app. A quick note, Mike, because I don't think that you're going to get to it on Bet It or Forget It. The latest news coming out of the NBA that Zion Williamson is going to miss extended time. He'll be reevaluated in 3 weeks per Shams Charania. I have never been more proud of myself than I am in this moment because he is exactly the type of star that I get drunk on every single year. In fact, he's the specific star that I have gotten drunk on every year since he got drafted out of Duke. And this year, he came into camp all trim and looking svelte. And I said on these airwaves, I ain't buying it. I'm not doing it anymore. And I did not buy any Zion Williamson stock. And here we are again. This is who he is. It's unfortunate. An explosive, fun player to watch that will always be on the injury report. And this is my pat on the back to myself for not giving in to the hype.
Wow.
He's an all hype player, no substance. All right, Jaden, hit the music. Let's kick things over to the Bulldog.
It is time for the critically acclaimed, wildly popular game show called Bet It or Forget It. Let's start with the Lane Kiffin story. There's a new development. LSU assistant coach Charlie Weiss Jr., who joined new coach Lane Kiffin with the Tigers earlier this week, will be allowed to return to Ole Miss and serve as the team's offensive coordinator through the college football playoff. Weiss has been the Rebels offensive coordinator under Kiffin since 2022. 5 other assistant coaches went with Lane Kiffin to LSU. They will not return to Ole Miss. Bet it or forget it. Lane Kiffin is caving to the pressure and the criticism by allowing his offensive coordinator to return to Ole Miss.
Forget it. He's doing the right thing. This is the way that it should be done.
If he was doing the right thing, he would allow all 5 assistants to return.
Well, that would be the more correct thing, but at least allowing somebody to go back is a nod in the right direction. This is the way that it should be done. And the fact that Lane Kiffin is taking away from the season that has been built, it's not about the coaches, it's about the players. I read this Daily Coach quote newsletter every single day. It says the same thing essentially every day. It ain't about you. It's about the players. That's what coaching is all about. Lane Kiffin seems to have forgotten that. It's sad, and it's sad that Ole Miss, who's probably going to drop in the rankings tonight, they'll probably end up still making the college football playoff, but they're not going to be as dangerous. Their offensive mind is gone, and several assistants now, who knows what kind of impact those guys have, but it's certainly not going to help. I think this is damaging to a team that has had a season that they've been good enough to legitimately compete for a national championship, and now I think that's going out the window.
No question. Speaking of new coaches, Gators new coach John Summerall was introduced as the head football coach yesterday. He made a Tim Tebow-like promise to Gator Nation. Listen.
I love your passion and your enthusiasm. 18 straight sellouts here in the swamp. That streak's not going to end anytime soon. Maybe build upon that. But that passion and enthusiasm, the fire, that's part of what attracted me here because I'm wired the same way. The standard here is championships. That's why I came. I'm built for this job. I was made for this job. Winners win. I'm a winner. We're going to win.
Wow. Bet it or forget it. John Summerall didn't just win the press conference yesterday. He ran up the score on the press conference.
Yeah, I'll say bet it. I wanted a little bit more. I felt like he kind of tailed off there at the end. He was headed in the right direction. I think a little bit more impact on the punctuation of that line, but it reads well, and his head's in the right place, and he's got significantly more fire than the head coach that preceded him at that job. And Gator fans ought to lap that up like a dog that just got done running in the summer heat, and he's got the bowl right in front of him. They should be drunk off of this stuff. You should be thrilled, the head coach that is now running the show in Gainesville.
It looks like, according to the latest story at ESPN.com, that BYU coach Kalani Sitake, who was targeted by Penn State, it looks like he's turning down Penn State to stay at BYU. Bet it or forget it. This is the right decision because he has a much better chance of getting to the college football playoff every year at BYU than he does at Penn State.
Yeah, bet it. BYU's got that Mormon church money too. They're
absolutely
they're cranking out the hits. This is a program that is investing heavily into athletics. Look at what they're doing. AJ DeBansa, I think is how you pronounce his last name, the number one recruit in college basketball. They're a legitimate threat there. They're good seemingly every year in college football as well. It's a beautiful place to coach, raise a family. They're obviously paying a lot to retain top talent and top coaching. So why leave that?
Right.
There's this idea in college coaching that you just have to you always have to run to the next job. There are a lot of really good jobs that if you just stay, I think you'll be plenty happy and plenty rich where you're at. Ole Miss would have been a good example of that. And BYU is as well. That's a program that's investing heavily. I think he's making the right decision.
The Desmond Bain trade paying off big
Bet
time
it.
for the Orlando Magic.
Bet it. Yeah.
No. You haven't heard the question. Bain, 37 points last night, 37 points in the previous game. He becomes the first Magic player since Tracy McGrady in 2004 to score 35-plus in back-to-back games. He's also been stalwart defensively. His three-point shooting is coming around. Bet it or forget it. We've been debating if Franz Wagner or Paolo Banchero is the best player on the team. Well, it's time to start including Desmond Bain in that debate.
Forget it.
I thought you said bet it.
Well, I said bet it that the Magic won the trade. So I thought you were just going to settle on that. Talk about how great Desmond Bain is. I think he's always going to. They didn't bring him in to be Batman. They brought him in to be Robin or to be Alfred. That's the role that he is playing. And
sometimes Robin says, "You know what? I can be Batman."
Yeah, well,
I've never gotten a chance to be Batman before, and I'm sort of liking being Batman.
I mean, sometimes Robin saves the day too. You know, Batman usually gets the credit, but Robin's out there doing things, slinging his stuff off of his utility belt, whatever Robin does.
Well, putting all the equipment in the trunk of the Batmobile.
Is this where it goes, Mr. Wayne? 37 points back-to-back games. He's been tremendous. He's being asked to handle a lot of the scoring. That's not going to be the case when Paolo gets back. And still, part of my case for Franz being the best player on the team is because of what he does night after night defensively. He takes on the number one wing of the opposing team every single night, does it willingly and with intensity. Desmond Bain is a really good offensive player. He's not an elite defender. He's good enough. It's not like he's a turnstile, but to be the best player on a defensive-minded team, you have to be one of the anchors defensively. That's my reasoning for Franz, and that's not Dez's game. So, no, I'm not putting him in that category.
Monday Night Football last night, Drake May, very efficient, 24 of 31, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Patriots beat the Giants 33-15, 10th straight win for the AFC leading Patriots. They're 11-2 now. Mike Vrabel became the third coach since 1970 to have a win streak of 10 or more games in his first season with a team. Bet it or forget it. Drake May's the MVP of the league. Mike Vrabel's the coach of the league. Our coach of the year. Lock it up.
Forget it. Forget about it. I still think it's Matt Stafford, in my opinion. I think he's been the more explosive player of the two. I think Drake May has been more solid and consistent than anything else, and it's the record that is propping up the MVP candidacy. Now, the odds makers disagree with me. Drake May is now minus 135 to win the NFL MVP award. I'm with you on Mike Vrabel. I think he's definitely coach of the year, but I would still give the nod to Matt Stafford. What he's done to take this LA Rams team, and they've just been a juggernaut offensively. it's hard to make a case where you're knocking Drake May and the New England Patriots because they've been so good. But part of the issue that I have with New England as a whole, and Drake May is a part of this, their schedule has been so pillowy soft all season long. I feel odd with all these great candidates out there giving the MVP award to a guy who beats the Giants and the Jets and the Bengals without Burrow every week. That to me is a knock against Drake May. As good as he's been, I would not vote for him as NFL MVP right now.
All right, real quick. University of Miami athletic director Dan Radakovich made his case for the Hurricanes to make the college football playoff. He wrote an open letter to the college football playoff committee, of which he used to be a member. In his open letter, he wrote, if you're in the eye test business, the Canes have the look of a college football playoff team. Bet it or forget it. AD's lobbying for their team is more pathetic than helpful.
Bet it. And then let me be very clear. He's not alone. Vandy put out an open letter explaining why they deserve a spot in the college football playoff as well. Other programs are doing this. So it's not just Miami, but it's not going to help. Do you think the committee is sitting there going, well, we were going to have Miami on the outside, but they wrote us a really nice letter, so we're going to put them inside the college football playoff. It's ridiculous. I think what are they going to do next? Send a gift basket to the committee room? It's just sad. The only thing that matters is the work that you put out there on the field, your resume, your win-loss record, who you beat, who you lost to. That's all that matters. What you say about your team this time of year is just it's nonsense. That's just for your fan base to feel like you're doing something. It means absolutely nothing.
That is Bet It or Forget It.
Coming up next, the Florida Gators introduction of Pat Summerall. I did it.
Pat Summerall.
No relation. No relation. The Florida Gators introduction edition of Mic'd Up coming your way next.
Man, I gotta have it. It's a one of a kind. Now I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold to Bianchi on the radio show. 96.9 on the dial. I know him and BK won't tell you no lies. Man, I just love those Orlando guys. So, game on the radio.
I love that. This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. The holidays in Florida are here. The lights are going up. Bowl games are about to be kicking off. The family pouring in and out of the house. And if you want your home feeling comfortable all season long, this is the perfect time to upgrade with Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact Windows. These windows are built specifically for Florida. Florida's heat, humidity, and hurricane weather. And with smart sunglass, you get beautiful holiday light without the heat sneaking in. And during the December sales event, you can buy one window or patio door and get the second 40% off. Plus, the first 50 customers get a free True Scene screen upgrade for added clarity and insect protection. An awesome bonus when you've got guests coming and going, all right? And yes, 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 18 months makes it easier than ever to get started. Whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or Jacksonville, choose Renewal by Anderson for your home and comfort this holiday season. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
I'm a beer fanatic, so I don't settle for anything less than the best. And the folks at Hourglass Brewing deliver quality, consistency, everything I'm looking for in a good beer. With that neighborhood charm at their 2 Orlando locations, Hourglass Brewing is a first-class brewery from the same one that cranks out Zoneheads 35 once per year. But it's more than that. They crank out the hits on the daily. 25-plus Hourglass beers on tap every single day. Stop by for happy hour. $3 I4 iSource citrus lagers from 4 to 6 p.m. all day on Mondays. They even have wines, seltzers, ciders, something for everybody. Cozy up to the bar, get to know their friendly staff. Hourglass is a welcoming watering hole for the entire Orlando community, and they have a location right near downtown Orlando as well, on top of the one right around the corner from me in Longwood. This isn't mass-produced. This is craft. Fresh ingredients,
local pride, and a taste that you can actually savor. So next time you need to unwind, skip the ordinary and raise a glass to the extraordinary. Raise a glass to Hourglass Brewing.
There's a disabled truck slowing things down northbound and southbound on Florida's Turnpike near that 301 exit. We got emergency crews and police activity on the roadways there. Look out for a crash off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound near State Road 429, and traffic starting to crawl in some familiar areas on the major roadways. The roadways are getting busy. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by SuperSure.
Stop buying business insurance blind. SuperSure's licensed advisors help break things down clearly so you understand your options. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com.
Paid for by SuperSure Insurance Agency, LLC, a Florida licensed insurance agency, not an insurer, and only available in Florida.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
They won't say it, but after a crash, your car may lose value, even if it's fixed. It's called diminished value, and we know how to go after it. Farah and Farah. It's what we're built for. Call us.
Orlando. There are only about 4,300 publicly traded companies on the U.S. stock exchange. But there are an estimated 33 million companies in the U.S. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. The average investor is missing out on over 99% of the investment opportunity that's happening in this beautiful country until now. True portfolio strength is found beyond the confines of the S&P 500, investing in promising companies before they go public. Private real estate, infrastructure, world-changing technologies. This is called the endowment model. The endowment model has historically outperformed the traditional model of just stocks and bonds. If you're an accredited investor and want more from your investments, it's time to think beyond just stocks and bonds. Call Trajan today, 407-204-0300. That's 407-204-0300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
If you want no windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Keep the holiday soundtrack on everywhere.
Frosty the Snowman.
Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen to Magic 107.7, Orlando's Christmas station, on the go. Tap the holiday banner or just search holiday, and you'll see customized stations like iHeart Christmas Classics, Country Christmas, and tons of playlists to set the mood. You've got enough to do. Let us handle the music. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and start listening.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get SuperSure. Coming soon.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
Carmelo Anthony for the Bail Project.
Bad news, you've been arrested. Good news, you're innocent until proven guilty. If you can pay your bail, good news, you go home and wait your trial. If you can't, sorry, you go to jail to wait. But sure, you still presume innocent. But since you can't afford bail, you've lost your freedom. That's not right. And that's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You know, fellas, I've been to those so-called men's clinics. You walk in, fill out a form, they jab you with a testosterone shot in the backside, take your money, and send you out the door. No real testing, no real follow-up, no real results. That's not health care. That's fast food medicine. But when I found Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, I knew right away this place was different. It's led by Dr. John Carrazella, a Yale honors grad in molecular biophysics, a guy who spent 25 years as an orthopedic surgeon before dedicating his life to hormone replacement, sexual health, and age management. When I went in, they actually sat down with me, ran real labs, talked about my sleep, stress, recovery, sex life, everything. Then they built a plan just for me. Within weeks, my focus was sharper, my energy was back, and my sex drive returned. I finally felt like myself again. So don't settle for cookie cutter care. Go where the experts are. Head to hormonesandwellness.com. That's hormonesandwellness.com, and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you.
Miami Dolphins play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Okay, we're going to do Mic'd Up a little differently today. Here's what we're going to do, Kravitz. I've compiled some sound from John Summerall's introductory press conference as a new coach of the Florida Gators yesterday. I'm gonna act like I'm interviewing John Summerall. We'll let him respond. Then we'll react to all of the questions after we play him. You ready for this?
Yeah, we're going to react one by one here.
No. We're gonna do the questions and then react at the end to our overall impression.
I like it.
All right,
I'm ready.
All right, Coach Summerall, what do you think about occupying the same seat as Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer? Both those guys in the audience right now.
To the Florida football family, it's got to start with Coach Spurrier and Urban Meyer. Are you kidding me? Like, I get to stand in the same spot and do the same job as two absolute legends in the football community. And the fact that they're here today means the world to me. I'm kind of pinching myself. I've come a long way to hold the job that they once held. It means the world that y'all are here.
That's good, Coach. But you know what? You're not Urban Meyer. You're not Steve Spurrier. You're just another group of five coach like Billy Napier, right?
Yeah, no two people are the same. Okay. And Coach Meyer, you coached G5 football, I think, right? Yeah, Kurt Signetti coached G5, I think. I actually coached against Kurt some. No two people are the same. You know, just because you're a reporter, I may have had an interaction with another reporter and not liked it, doesn't mean I'm going to judge you that way. Judge me for who I am. I'm a winner. We're going to win. And just give me a shot. Believe in me. Here's the deal. I need everybody pulling the rope the same direction. Because if anybody's pulling the other direction, it don't make the job easier. It makes it harder. If we're all Gators, we all want to win, let's do this together. You want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. Let's go together.
Coach, I'm glad to hear you say you're going to win, but is this going to be another one of those long, drawn-out rebuilds or what?
We're going to do everything we can to win fast. I have a plan for how we can win long-term, but, like, I want to win tomorrow and today and every day. Like, I already referenced my son. He's 12. We play basketball in the backyard. He gets his butt kicked because I want to win. I'm not very patient. I respect the Florida fan base is not patient. They want to win right now, too. You got the right coach. I'm wired that way. I'm not comfortable having a plan to win in 8 years. I want to win tomorrow.
Wow. Coach, that's great that you want to win immediately, but this ain't the Sun Belt, all right? This ain't the American. This is the SEC.
The SEC is a different league. It's the closest thing you get to the National Football League. That's why I wanted to come. I crave that challenge. It invigorates me. It gets me a little bit fired up. And so I know what we're in for. Like I said earlier, I'm built for it. This is what I've wanted to do my entire life. When I was my son's age, This is what I dreamed about doing.
Coach, do you realize how spoiled Gator Nation is? How impatient they are? How are you going to deal with this fan base?
I love your passion and your enthusiasm. 18 straight sellouts here in the Swamp. That streak's not going to end anytime soon. Maybe build upon that. But that passion and enthusiasm, the fire, that's part of what attracted me here because I'm wired the same way. The standard here is championships. That's why I came. I'm built for this job. I was made for this job. Winners win. I'm a winner. We're going to win.
You know who else was a winner from Gainesville, Coach? Tom Petty. Are you a Tom Petty fan?
Just like around here, when we go to the fourth quarter, we sing, I won't back down. I won't back down. I will never back down. The Florida Gators, we will not back down. Go Gators.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How about it, Krabs? I'm fired up.
How much do you like this guy?
I love him. You know me. Somebody gives a good press conference, I love him. This was the right hire, the correct hire. Who the hell needs Lane Kiffin?
Well, I tend to agree with the last part. Who the hell needs Lane Kiffin? I'm not as drunk on the press conference as you are. I think he's a little cheesy. In fact, I think he's very cheesy.
I won't back down. Are you kidding me?
It sounded like somebody that wants to be liked desperately. And it's always cringy when somebody asks for you to like them. And then you start like somebody that shows up, you get introduced to the family, the first family dinner that you're invited to. And you start relating to
I won't back down. Like that?
You know, like they're fishermen, so you show up wearing a fly fishing shirt and you got a pole. You go, that's just how I walk around. I've got this in my hand.
You like
fishing? He was just trying. Look, introductory press conferences, a lot of pressure in the situation. It's like meeting the parents for the first time, but he came across like he even said, "Believe in me. Stop begging. Just show us what you're about."
Yeah, Kravitz, you are such a cynic. That was press conference 101. Masterful. That was a masterful press conference.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was a little over the top cheesy. I think he tried a little too hard. And I was left wanting a little bit more. That quote at the end, the winners win and I win, and I wanted him to punch it home, and I just didn't get it. So this is all we have to react to. Okay, the guy hasn't coached a game in Gainesville yet. If all I'm judging is the press conference, I give him a rock solid B grade.
Oh, that was A+. That was A+. Anyway. And that was mic'd up.
Coming up next, we're going to dig into your texts from throughout the course of the afternoon. Got some talkbacks that we want to throw your way as well. The text question today has been tone-deaf comments in sports history. We got some doozies for you coming your way next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Ho, ho, ho. The holiday spirit is here, and everyone is on the nice list over on Hard Rock Bet. Head to Hard Rock Bet, see what they have in store for you. You'll find boosted odds, in-game bets, props, teasers, parlays, and all of that. It's a game changer for sports fans out there. Tonight, I like the Celtics taking on the road-weary Knicks. The Knicks 10-1 at home this year, just 3-5 away from MSG. And what about this? A college basketball classic on a Tuesday night. Gators plus 8.5 at Duke. A great on-campus showdown on Tuesday night, and you can get in on the action over on Hard Rock Bet. It is a go-to source for me as a sports fan and as a sports talk radio host, whether I'm tracking trends or getting in on the action. Hard Rock bet is a slam dunk. Head to Hard Rock, roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY WISE.
Orlando, are you ready to rock at my favorite beach getaway? Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach is calling your name. Not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. You'll find modern luxury, legendary Hard Rock vibes, and that endless Florida sunshine. Even in the middle of winter, lounge by the oceanfront pool, grab a bite at their world-famous restaurant, or unwind at the spa. And when the sun sets, enjoy live music under the stars at their beachside band shell. For reservations, go to hardrockhotels.com/Daytona Beach.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Black Friday savings are here at the Home Depot, which means it's time to add new cordless power to your collection. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from one of our top brands like Ryobi or Milwaukee, you'll get a select tool from that same brand for free. Click into one of our best deals of the season and stock up on tools for all your upcoming projects. Get Black Friday savings happening now at the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
This Christmas, give a gift that captures everything your heart has been holding. Something elegant, something beautiful, and forever meaningful. And now through Christmas Eve, you can get up to 40% off or take advantage of zero-interest financing for 60 months. At International Diamond Center, we know how love shines. Whether it's a dazzling diamond tennis bracelet, a pair of stunning earrings, or a trendy designer necklace she can wear all year long, our showcases are filled with love stories crafted in natural diamonds, colored gemstones, and gold. And if you've thought about lab-grown diamonds, don't overpay. Let IDC connect you with our lab-grown wholesaler to save you thousands. Bottom line, at IDC, we're pulling out all the stops to make everything more affordable. So come and let our non-commissioned jewelry experts help you find something truly perfect and make her Christmas truly magical. International Diamond Center.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennium. Store hours, locations, and holiday finance details at shopidc.com.
Is it just me, or is it almost time to throw the heater on? Before you do that, please make sure you have your AC checked out by the best in the business. Of course, I'm talking about Mills Air. And the bottom line is, for me, I don't skimp on quality and professionalism when it comes to something as important as my AC provider. Mills Air doesn't cut corners. They don't play games. They just deliver every single time. They're the MVP of AC technicians. Call Leon and the crew, schedule your appointment, and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
The one and only Monster Jam. The world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks like Grave Digger and Mole. Coming to Camping World Stadium January 10th. Brought to you by Big 80 Tires. You have to see it live, so don't miss it. Lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
Oh, I'm sorry. That flight's been canceled.
Wait to see Santa is 2 hours.
Oh, come on. I've got a tree to pick up.
Take a break from holiday stress with Prime Video. Whether you want a little me time or we time, new releases or holiday classics, relax and unwrap your next watch. That's more like it. It's giving holiday harmony.
Nugget bells, nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
we will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine. Are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the Champion, was founded in 1917 and is one of the most tradition-steeped courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi sent you. You'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. You can also play pickleball, tennis, rent a boat at the marina, and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And they have so many exclusive holiday events. How about a tea with Santa and Mrs. Claus on Saturday, December 20th? Bring the kids. Or how about the lavish Christmas grand brunch on Christmas Day, or the unparalleled elegance of the New Year's Eve gala on December 31st? Make reservations for the hotel, golf tee times, or the festive holiday events at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, your next great escape is closer than you think.
A bit of a chill going to grip Central Florida once again. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Tracking a cold front here could bring us a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two here this evening. Then we'll start to clear out a bit overnight with temperatures to the northwest back into the lower to middle 50s, closer to 60 though in the Orlando metro under a mixture of clouds and stars. Then for our hump day, we'll see a mixture of clouds and sunshine starting to clear little by little, with highs much cooler, topping out in the upper 60s and lower 70s. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
The UCF Knights play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app.
This is Anthony Black with the Orlando Magic, and you're locked into Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
Ah, yes, it's the spinning vinyl at the Kravitz household, Michael Bublé.
First of all, Burl Ives is the only one who should sing this.
Oh, Michael Bublé can sing any Christmas song he wants. The man,
not like Burl Ives
saint.
does.
I didn't say he was as good as Burl, but he does a pretty good job. He also is the only person that I've heard do a rendition of All I Want for Christmas Is You from Mariah Carey and do it successfully. That's a hard one to pull off. The Orlando Valkyries set to tip off the season on January 9th at Edition Financial Arena on the UCF campus. The Valkyries are a premier professional volleyball franchise competing in Major League Volleyball. That's the MLV. Great product. Go support them. I do. Scoop up tickets and be listening for info on how you can be part of our Game On section when the season gets going. Mike, I'm surprised that we have not mentioned this once. I did when I was talking about Hard Rock Bet moments ago. Huge basketball game tonight in the state of Florida. Duke taking on Florida. Now, the Gators have struggled out of the gate in this season, and Duke looks like they're bulldozing everybody, but this is a huge game, and it's a young Duke team against a team in Florida that has some championship experience. This is one I haven't made a college basketball game appointment TV for me yet. This might be the one tonight. I'm gonna make sure to watch.
Well, I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely watching tonight. No question.
Yeah.
So
excited for that. We do have a talk back. Let's go to the Rage Cage where Jesse is chiming in on Desmond Bain.
You're talking about Desmond Bain. I can't believe you were saying he was Robin or Alfred. He's Bane, dude. And yes, Bane could kill Batman. Primarily due to his superior strength, combat prowess, which would allow him to physically overwhelm Batman. Bane's one of the few guys that could kill Batman. Desmond Bane's the man.
I agree, Jesse, but it just didn't fit the analogy. That's the only problem. I'm aware of the Batman relevance to Bane and the villain, but it couldn't work. It didn't work. So
I'll tell you what, though, if you were putting all the Magic players in the squared circle, a little what do they call it in wrestling, where the last man standing? What is it?
It's
the
a
Royal Rumble.
Thank you, Jaden.
Yeah. Yeah. In the old days, they called it something else. I can't remember.
A battle royale.
Battle Royale. I might take Desmond Bain to win that.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The only who would the other option be? Jalen Suggs would be a tough out. Wendell Carter Jr. I'd still take Bain. Mo Wagner when healthy.
Oh yeah,
Goga Batadze. I think
Mo Wagner would pull something out of his trunks.
For sure.
Object.
I think I'd go. I think Goga Batadze would be my second option. That guy, the Georgian beast, takes no prisoners. This is my.
Somebody just texted it. Somebody just texted in. Great, Bianchi's now going to run Paolo out of town with a pole, just like he did Shaq. I was not here when the Shaq pole ran.
We've heard that song and dance before.
And by the way, it's Kravitz who keeps bringing up that Paolo might not be the best player on the team, not me.
But I'm not saying that the team is better without Paolo. I'm just saying that Franz is the best player on the team. I think that he's at least equal with Paolo. And the contract, by the way, it's not like the Magic don't disagree. Franz Wagner signed a max contract extension. So the contracts would indicate that these players are on an even playing field. At the worst, they are.
I don't think it's an outlandish take. I don't think it's an outlandish take at all.
Yeah, same. But so our text question today was about Aaron Andrews, who was criticized for something that Bianchi and I agree, and it seems like most of our listeners agree. Outlandish for those losers that criticize Aaron Andrews for simply saying, if you want to get into sports media, these are the difficult things about being in sports media. You don't get paid a lot at the beginning, and then if you end up working your way up the food chain, you're going to end up missing holidays and special events with your family. Not complaining about it, just speaking facts, and then she got eviscerated online for saying that because she makes millions of dollars a year. How dare you? People are struggling to feed their families, yada, yada. Totally taken out of context, ridiculous. But it did spark a text question for us, which was the most tone-deaf quotes in sports history. Somebody pointed out this one on the text line today. Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle from a couple of years ago with the Washington Commanders, was asked who he would want to have dinner with. He was asked what famous figures from history would you want to have dinner with. He selected his grandfather. Very nice. Michael Jackson, the greatest pop star ever, arguably. And then the third member at the dinner table was Adolf Hitler. And he said that he chose Hitler because he is a military genius.
Oh, God. That's like
yeah, it's just,
I don't remember that. I thought you were gonna say he chose Hitler because he would want to ask Hitler, why the hell were you such a terrible person?
And I will say I did not hear his response. I haven't had a conversation with Jonathan Allen about it. I think there's a way where you can frame an answer where you're inviting Hitler to dinner, where you are able to articulate that in a thoughtful manner. It's just, when in doubt, leave Hitler out. That's my general rule of thumb.
You never want to mention Hitler in any sort of argument or any sort of topical debate.
I would not want my name for that to be a prompt when somebody Googles my name and then Hitler coming after it.
Yeah, Jamel Hill used Hitler a few months ago. Nobody should ever use Hitler in any sort of public conversation.
It bothers me to no end, and somebody who grew up with Jewish heritage, of course, that hits on a different level. But It's something that I noticed when Barack Obama was the president of the United States. You would see people that opposed him that called him Hitler. Totally inappropriate. And then the same thing with Donald Trump. People comparing him to Adolf Hitler, which, by the way, both on opposite ends of the aisle. Totally uncalled for. You just simply don't do that. That's out of bounds, out of line for anybody in any scenario.
Didn't Marge Schott, the deceased former owner of the Cincinnati Reds, didn't she say something about Hitler one time that got her? Didn't she say Hitler started out as a good person? Or I don't know what it was. But
That sounds right.
Yeah. So anyway.
She followed up and said, "I am not racist." Okay. Anyway. 2-minute drill coming up. Our final burning take of the day right here on Game On. Don't go anywhere.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Let's be honest. You've got your favorite car mechanic, your favorite barber, your favorite pizza place, but do you have an AC company you can trust? If not, meet my team, Ziegler Air Conditioning. Jason and his crew have been cooling Central Florida for 40 years. That's 4 decades of keeping homes chill, systems efficient, and customers happy. They're not here to upsell you or push a new system just to make a commission. Their technicians are paid to fix, maintain, and do it right. They're a carrier and a factory authorized dealer, which means if you do need a new system, they can get you better deals and rebates and total confidence your system is in good hands. And when you give them a call, you get a real person. Her name's Meredith. She's not some endless phone maze. She will get the ball rolling on whatever you need. Ziegler Air even saved me over a recent holiday weekend when my AC quit when it was 95 degrees outside. They were there in an hour, and I was cooling off before my coffee did. All right. So get your maintenance scheduled now. Fall's the best time to do it. Give them a call, 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. You know what I say. Don't ever lose your cool.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. My guy is money, and he joins me now to chat about the latest in real estate. What's the one piece of advice that you would give to first-time home buyers?
Interview agents and ask important questions. Ask what's important to that agent. Make sure that agent is listening to you and understands what it is that you need when you're buying a house. There's hundreds of thousands of agents across this country, and a lot of people can buy and sell real estate, but to protect what you're doing, you need to make sure that agent is really connected with you, really listening to you, and has your best interest at heart. It's not just a paycheck for me. It's not just a paycheck for a lot of agents, but I want a long-lasting relationship. I'm going to give loyalty to you. And then I also would say, as a home buyer, giving loyalty back to that agent, because at some point you're going to want to sell that house.
Trust and loyalty. You can count on Kevin for that. He'll move you right along through the real estate buying and selling process. 407-702-4635.
Left lane's blocked northbound and southbound on Florida's Turnpike, just south of 301. There's a disabled truck getting cleared up off to the shoulder there. I-4 westbound through the Celebration into that Champions Gate area. It's stop and go, and traffic's crawling through the city on I-4 westbound near that 408 interchange. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7. Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Heavy metal on a light budget? If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you get quality and savings on your auto insurance. Here, I'll take over. See what you could save at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do.
You know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
Eustis Roofing brings holiday savings. Get $1,500 off your roof replacement on any roof at least 1,000 square feet, plus an extra $500 when you show proof of a donation to our community partners. Visit eustisroofing.com for details and to schedule your free estimate today.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimums on checking accounts, so your money stays. Most Capital One cafes are open all 7 days. This magical place, as some people might call it, is where the Capital One Bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?" That's a lovely tale.
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th Annual WBA Convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA Interim Super Lightweight title. Plus, a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hope Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
Welcome to Embers Only on iHeartRadio Orlando, brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Step inside the luxury cigar lifestyle with our cigar of the week. And this week's cigar is a brooding monster of a smoke, the Onyx Vintage Nicaragua Magnum. It is one of the newest creations from Altadis, made in Nicaragua. Nicaraguan tobaccos through and through, including a wrapper from that 2019 harvest. And man, what you get here is a big, bold smoke, tons of dark chocolate, tons of like nutmeg and black pepper, coffee. It's just a really rich, mysterious cigar. I think you're going to enjoy. Construction is great too, so it smokes wonderfully. It's the Onyx Vintage Nicaragua Magnum for only $139.75. That's 35% off, so grab it today. That is your cigar of the week. Thanks so much for joining us for Embers Only. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Downtown, Heathrow, Sand Lake, Sarasota, Tampa, and always online at coronacigar.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text free.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
For more information about contests on this station, go to 969thegame.com/rules.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station.
Yeah!
Guaranteed human. The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeart Radio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. Welcome back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. Time's ticking. Takes are flying. Buckle up for the 2-minute trip.
Our final thought,
Christmas tree.
our final burning take of the day. We're gonna run through that here. This is a little too low key at the end of the show. We're trying to end with some energy. I feel like I'm at a lounge right now,
It's
Jaden.
a
What is
Christmas
this?
classic. Who is this? Billy Idol. Billy Idol. Yes, feels like we should be at a speakeasy listening to
I was
this.
ready to come in and punch it, and I hear Billy Idol whispering in my ear. So my 2-minute drill is on this. One of the most pathetic things that I've seen from the King, who I mostly respect throughout the great NBA career that he has put together. LeBron James made sure that he was going to get the double digits last night. Listen to this.
Absolutely amazing feat. He knocks this one down. He's got it. And he does. So he may not be long for the court. No, not at all. Yeah, not at all. 113.91.
And LeBron was hunting the 10 points. He had 6. The Lakers were getting dusted by the Phoenix Suns deep into the fourth quarter. All the bench guys are out there, and LeBron, to make sure that he can extend his streak, 1,297 games in a row, which is an NBA record for double digits in scoring when you are out on the basketball court, and he was hunting it. And I think it's sad because it's a record that only he cares about. Nobody cares about this. That's my 2
I
minutes.
do think that's a little bit pathetic, although you might be able to go back. I know he's a hero of yours, but Cal Ripken Jr. Didn't he sort of?
You are not going to compare the two. That's a record people. That's a record that mattered. That's a record that meant something. The only person that was even aware of this 10 points in every game was LeBron. No one cares. You had a bad game. Sit down. Don't start with me on Cal Ripken. You
seems a little hypocritical to me.
I knew you were going to come off the top rope. You know what? Now you don't get a 2-minute drill. How about that, Bulldog?
Oh, there's the shock.
Folks, that'll do it for us here on Game On today. Thanks for hanging out. Keep up with the show. Find the podcast. Search Game On the iHeartRadio app. Make us your number one preset. And hey, we could be your first listen in the mornings as well. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Show goes live at 3 p.m. For the prodigy of production, Jaden Grimes, the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi, I'm Brandon Kravitz. Hit him with it, Mikey.
Peace, love, more peanuts.
We're out. Magic Insiders next.
I am an idiot.